beautiful Sunday morning. The sun is saying, can you come out to play? Hey, should've saw it coming, should've caught the warning. But I took a taste.
Hey, it is me, Wanda B, on IntellectualRadio.com. I love saying it that way. And you are listening to He Said, She Said. Okay, this is a relationship forum where we talk about relationships, things that happen between men and women, how we relate to each other. What I like to do is hear the perspective of the man, and the men want to hear the perspective of the ladies. Maybe we can learn something. So I am so happy to be here today. I'm taking a picture at the same time because I'm making sure he take a good picture of me because I mess up. It's always bad. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna take another picture. Wait for me. Okay, y'all. Okay. All right, now we're back at it. So it is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here, and I want you to just know right now I am wearing my runway red, okay? Yes. Beautiful. It's my color of the month. Yes, it is. I want you to go to mortecosmetics.com. Check it out. And you know what they're going to do for you? If you put in Wanda B, you're going to get 25% off runway red today. One more thing. Wait for it. Okay. If you do it, the first 10 listeners who go to Morte Cosmetics right now or call 1-800-377-1850, you're going to get BYGO. Ladies know what that means, don't you? BOGO. Buy you one and get you one free because there's another color I like. I don't remember the name. Oh, no. But it's a nice nude color that I like as well. So check it out. Runway red. Put in Wanda B. Get you 25% off. And the first 10, go ahead and get you another. Buy one, get one. Go buy BOGO on us. Okay, here we go. Also, I want you to, it's chilly outside. And if you have glass block windows, I want you to go to Almond Home Improvement. Call them. Tell George I sent you because your house is cold and it's just cold. You want them to check your windows, see where that draft is coming from. That number is 708-238-238-1829. Okay, y'all like she's still talking? Yeah, I'm still talking. Okay, well, I also want you to check out Just Me magazine. Oh my gosh, my friend Alice Boswell, my sister, my radio sister here at IntellectualRadio.com. She has the show Chicago Girlfriends, and she has a beautiful magazine. You have to check it out. It just went into print. It was created to help small business owners, entrepreneurs, entertainers, community leaders, and other people have a voice. It's low cost to advertise. So if you want to advertise, it goes out to 150,000 readers. The rates are very low. Contact Just Me Magazine at advertise@justmemagazine or call 708-580-6122. I know I gave you a whole lot of information, so afterwards I'm going to have it on my Facebook page, Wanda B. I'm also going to have it on my He Said, She Said with Wanda B page, and also, you know, my legal name, which I ain't going to say because y'all know what that is. Okay, so. I don't. Yes, you do. If you're my friend on Facebook, you know what the name God gave me. Okay, sort of gave me. It also is a married name. Okay, too much information. Here we go. I have to the left of me my team. You got to have a team, don't you? Got to have a real solid team.
The dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I have with me my team at He Said, She Said. These are very intellectual people because here on IntellectualRadio.com, we like to bring you the intellectual people. We like to feed your brain. So I have with me the he's and the she's. They're representing today because we have a hot, spicy with a little bit of buzz because I wanted to be. You got to get the beat. I get it. Buzz on it. Got to put the buzz on it, right? Okay. I have my team. I have Inyatu, who's representing the he's.
Hey, everybody.
And I have Nemia, who, with her gorgeous self. I know, I had to say it like that because she looked like a goddess today. Right. Every day, but today she got the goddess hair going. Woo! It's the buzz. Hey, y'all. And I have KP, who is also a partner here with Room 183. We're going to talk about that later, though. He's going to tell you a little bit we have coming up this month. So today our topic is dating. Are you guys dating?
Yes.
Yeah,
I date.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So date the other day.
I think I want to hear about it. Let's see what. Okay, let's hold that thought. I want to hear about that. Okay, so we have people who are dating, and a lot of things come up while dating. And I have girlfriends that are dating, and they come back and they say, "Girl, guess what happened?" And so I really would like to know what my he's think about this, because I can't answer this for her. And this has come up, and I mean this has really come up. Is the guy the prize? I mean, y'all pretty handsome and everything, and I want y'all definitely some prizes, but I guess in this day and age, a lot which comes up is that there is a shortage of good Black men. So with this shortage, it seems to be the
And Yatu is laughing
Yatu is
already, bubbling over.
And I'm gonna have a couple things on dating today, but the first one we're gonna bring up is this one. And the guy being the prize, and I do believe our men are prizes. I'm not taking that away. But with the shortage of good Black men, do our women have to do a little bit more to have you? Do they need to buy you things? Do they need to pay your rent? Do they need to take you out to dinner, to lunch, and to? I would like to hear your thoughts on this. But Nimi, why don't you start, Nimi, with what your experience has been, and so I can have the guys give us maybe some feedback on this.
So, as I've stated before on the show, I am an avid dater.
Avid.
So, yes, I enjoy a good date.
She enjoys a good date.
And
That's
so,
funny.
what I am beginning to see is the new age dateable guy really perceives himself as the prize. And so where we used to have the man going out of his way to impress the woman, the man expectations are that of a woman impressing him, be it with gifts, be it with gestures. They really want the woman to go out of her way. And it's moved from, hey, make me something to eat, to so old girl, she's cooking, so what are you gonna do? You know, I got options, so why should I choose you? And that's kind of what we're up against these days.
Who's gonna take this first?
KP is wowing, and
I
Yatu
definitely
is too.
chime in on that. I perceive myself as a prize for sure, but not more of a prize. I don't care what the odds or the numbers are, or whatever. It's only one right woman for me, so she is definitely the prize, just like me, and I understand and respect that. I think the dynamics have changed, not so much to start with men's expectations, but life has changed from the days when men were doing all the financial everything, women weren't working at that time. So now it's like that dynamic has changed, where women are making, in some cases, as much, or even in some cases more, than some of the men out here. And so why the man is jumping through all the financial hoops all alone, it to some degree, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. But me, myself, going into things, I'm not looking for anybody to do anything for me. I pride myself on being self-sufficient. I pride myself on being able to supply myself whatever I want and whatever I need. And, I'm not taking a woman to McDonald's because I wouldn't eat McDonald's. We going to Mercaditos because that's I like. I like lobster tacos.
But what about your homeboys?
Tacos.
Are your homeboys talking about?
You know what? It's
being
ironic. I'm the Lone Ranger out here. My best friend Donnell is married. My good friend Marshall is engaged. My brother is married. It's only two of us that are still not married, or well on the way to marriage. And so our mindset is on goals and stuff like that. The conversation is not a lot about how many women we can date and things of that nature. Just being honest. Shout out to my friend Keith. We the last of the Mohicans out here. You might be on your own 2018 too, brother. You better find somebody. No, I'm just kidding.
No, honestly, that's how I am with my friend. Like, I'm me and one other guy. Like, everybody else is married, and I don't know if they're happy, but they married. They in a relationship. They going down their path.
Happy is another thing,
right?
But I've never in my life had a situation where I expected a woman to do things. Not like you don't have to impress me by doing something. Like, you impress me by being yourself. And that's probably my dating style is you're competing with comfort zones, not competing with other people in the end. Like, you make me happier than I can make myself, as opposed to do you make me happier than her?
Great point.
That is a good point.
That is a good point. So what I'd like you to do is think about, do you have any friends, or why would a male feel that way? Where is that coming from?
Here we go. I'll jump on that. I'll go ahead.
No,
Nina.
go ahead. Nina.
Well, so there are a lot of more options than when the dating traditions were created. A lot of people, to me, back in the day, were like marrying a high school sweetheart and stuff like that. And now, with social media and the cheapness of flights and people going on vacations more, you meet people everywhere you look and everywhere you go. And so there's certainly a lot more options out there. And I'm aware of that. It doesn't make me value women any less, but it does. I mean, I'm 42 and I'm not married. And I love having experiences. And so everything I learn about, whether it's a better restaurant, a better perspective on life, a good book, is from interacting with other people. And women are more forthcoming when it comes to conversations, more transparent, more open, and a lot of times more intellectual. So that's who I end up enjoying most of my stimulating conversations with. It. I'm trying to increase my friend base, but I probably only had, I can count on my fingers how many really intelligent men I know that will have a conversation. Some dudes are smart, but they look. I don't want people in my business. I'm not talking about all of those types of things. Whereas stimulating conversation is my favorite thing. I don't play video games. I couldn't tell you who scored what last night or who won what game. I don't care about any of that. That I like networking and interacting with people and learning and creating new adventures and experiences from different people. So that's probably why I take advantage of the field.
Unfortunately, society has pushed this agenda that Black women are undateable. And so you have all of these articles with these false stats of how many women in certain age group of certain education are not married. And the older they get, the more unmarriageable. I think I just made that word.
I like that word.
If I use it, that's a word. If I can spell it, that's a word.
Right.
And how we're not going to be married, how we probably won't have children. And so the more that agenda is pushed, the more people are hearing it. And unfortunately, some of our Black brothers are listening to it and saying, yeah, plus I always hear the stat, there's 7 to 1 woman in every state. And so why would I settle down here? And so you add all of that into the equation. And like Nyatu said, the rules have changed. Women are in the workplace. We're making our own. In some places, we're making comparable to, if not more, than our male counterparts. And so a lot of men are saying now, I shouldn't have to use my money or exhaust my time pursuing you. I want to see what you got to offer as well. So
interesting. KP, what do you think?
It's a whole different world. I'll say that. Do I know that there are more women available to me than men available to women? Yes. I don't think that that's ever going to change my mindset about who I am. I've just never been the person that was like, hey, prove it to me. Like, it's just never been like, you don't have to do anything. So it's there. Like, I don't even know anybody like that who is like, hey, if she's not taking me out and you are taking me out, then she's winning somehow. But I feel like all women feel like they're competing with other women. I don't look at it that way. I've never looked at it that way, only because no matter what, it's me, right? So the person that makes me the happiest is probably going to win. And if what I like is not buying stuff, and what I like is a certain thing, then at that point, like, you're not going to win by doing more than somebody else. And I guess my issue with women at that point becomes like, if you run into a guy who's like that, just stop dating him and find somebody who dates the way you want to, as opposed to being like, oh, well, now I got to prove it to this. Like, no, you don't. He's not for you. That's easy. He's not for you.
I have a dear friend, Tina Melendrez, Salsa Tina.
All right.
Who says, and I think she makes a very good point, Tina. I think that comes more from women than men. Women realize the shortage on good men and do more than expected. Some men get comfortable not giving their best because it's not expected anymore. Now, I do think that's a valid point. That is a valid point.
No shout, you know,
you had people shouting out, Tina.
my life is built around the fact that women set the expectation. Women always say things like, well, I don't have to teach a man. You don't have to teach any man anything. He already knows. Does he have to do it? Yes or no. You decide whether he's going to follow the rules he already got. And that's the problem.
One of my Facebook Live friends, and I think I can read from that far, is saying that not all women are buying into that. And I have to totally agree. There are a lot more men that are flat out saying, I know I'm the ish. And so because I know I'm the prize, in so many words, they're basically saying, what do you have to offer? What are you bringing to the table? Show me what you're bringing to the table. It goes back to the whole thing of the guy pursuing the woman when he would show up short, a good time. Men are expecting women to take them on dates, to show them a good time, to do whatever it is that they perceive as their ideal good woman. And then we'll turn around and still tell you, I'm still exploring my options. I still got some other options out here.
Is that not what they're supposed to?
That's what I was about to say. Even if any man who's not saying that on the inside, he's saying that he might not be saying show me by spending some money, but certainly, how do you know if this person is for you if they don't demonstrate? But like, again, I don't take a woman to a restaurant to impress her. I take her to a restaurant that I like, so she's getting to know me, and if she likes the type of restaurant that I like. But I'm not gonna go. A lot of people, Mastro's is popular. Not trying to diss that restaurant, but I don't eat steak.
It's the new.
I don't like the salmon. I'm not a fan of Mastro. I'm not going to take you to there because I don't care, what impress or what the price is, or whatever. I just don't like that restaurant. So people need to be themselves, but definitely we want to see what you're bringing to the table. And I don't think there's anything. I think it's. It would be uncomfortable to be courted by a woman for me. I'm not, but if a woman says, I want to take you to breakfast, I remember some years ago, a woman telling me, you don't know how to accept gifts. You don't know how to be accepted. I'm trying to give you something. I'm trying to do something for you, and you are resisting. And I had to go look up some quotes and check myself and be like, you know what? You're right. It's not about me per se that she wants to take me to this restaurant or cook for me or do whatever it is, but everybody needs to be bringing their best selves to the table. And if men have to show what type of man they're going to be to women, then certainly a woman is going to have to show what type of woman she's going to be to that man. And everybody has their different approaches. Of course, women who have lots of discretionary income are excited about that, proud of that, happy about that. A lot of times it ain't even about that dude. They just trying to show you I can do it. Yeah, I can do, it's nothing. Well,
and y'all too, I think the difference though is what you said at the beginning of your comment is taking someone to get to know you rather than taking someone to impress you.
Right.
And the dating game, unfortunately, because I am a real dater, serial dater. That's because I'm not married, so I can date.
Right,
yes.
Right.
But is impress me, and that's kind of the reoccurring thing that I've been coming against. And a lot of my girlfriends are also saying the same thing. Like, this dude wants me to do this and this and this, or his expectations are for me to go through these loops to impress
I'm with
him.
KP.
Where did those expectations come from? Women doing it for him.
Well,
if he never had women do that for him, he wouldn't expect women to do
it.
But you can't blame the woman for his intentions. Where does the accountability come in
so then
of the man just saying that
as a woman, he got expectations that don't match up with what I'm trying to provide, I'm going to move on.
Absolutely. We keep it moving, but shoot, like I just said, I'm 30 something, so I'm tired of being the avid dater.
I want to know why God would make this so uneven. I'm just being honest. Again, it's only going to be one right woman for me, but I need great people. I need great women who I think are going to make great spouses or girlfriends or something for somebody. Seriously, like people. I called someone and thanked them the other day for just impacting my life over the last 3 or 4 years. To my knowledge, we're not getting married or anything like that. or you know, I haven't even seen her probably in a year, but just our interaction, our friendship, things she shared with me, said to me, and did for me at certain times. I think when I'm 66 years old, I'll think about her as one of the people that impacted my life. So when I hear you say that, I'm like, can it really be? Is it really that
It really
bad?
is.
Like,
and y'all see, this week I'll tag you and text you every time I interact with someone, dating wise, so you can see the madness. I'll forward messages to you too.
I really don't know these guys.
They're out here. They are out here.
Okay, you've been listening to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com, and we are talking about dating.
I need some Jordans. You look like me. I need some Jordans.
Oh, but I did have someone ask for an entire outfit.
I think I read the dating chronicle. That is retarded.
Buy me a short set.
But listen, you can't take that. Has nothing to do with you. Let me just say that again.
I don't think
99% of people, what they doing, it has nothing to do with you. And if he is out here looking for women to buy him a clothing outfit, that means he don't have a lot of confidence in his ability to get money or get clothes or do anything himself. And that is such a reflection on that dude. That's sad. That's crazy. That's crazy. That really is. I mean, I've had friends and periods even in my life where my money wasn't how I wanted to be, and I didn't want to see a woman. Right? I'm like,
exactly.
I need to be coming up with a plan or doing something. I didn't even want to see a woman during that period of time. Just keeping it, real.
What you said was kind of like, there was a point where I wouldn't accept a date from a woman. Like, I wouldn't accept her paying. So it took me a minute, like it took him, like, it takes a while where you're like, all right, we can go out and I'm going to let you, like, even, like, I sit there watching her pay and I'm just sitting there like, man, I feel some
Am I doing the right thing?
Can I get a tip? Like,
right.
Give me something. Let me do something. That's all. So I just don't, I can't see a man, like a real grown man, saying out loud, I expect you to do for me.
Right. But when it does happen, I'm super appreciative and humbled. Like, no, I'm not being funny. When a woman sent me like some online certain tie and cufflinks set that she just sent me out the blue. I was like, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I did almost cry. Like, she just thought about me in a moment enough to send this to me. Women have sent me flowers. I'm just being real. Like, wow, congratulations for this. Congratulations for me to that degree.
Thank you, Facebook followers, for chiming in. I appreciate it. I see you all here. Hey, John Bond, another intellectual radio brother here. He says, I believe people, women mostly, are a little scared of dating the good guy. Okay, that will come up to that. Keenan White says, maybe it depends on which age bracket you are dating. I don't know. We'll have to find out from maybe if we're dating the 20-year-olds or the 15-year-olds. And I do see you. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in. And please share this if you're watching it. Maybe somebody else wants to tune in. And then you can call to 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. You can call in, tell us what you think. My dear cousin Jennifer, who I love, she is my mentor. She said, please, people treat you as you allow. I'm a no games kind of person. I've never had bad dates because I left my list of expectations at home. If it was fun, know it again. If not, I keep it moving. As for what you give, don't give 100% to a 28. Okay, that made me laugh. All right, you all. Alyssa Somalis, I see you. Hello, thank you all. I do appreciate everybody who's chiming in and all my He Said, She Said people. Please go. I want you to like and join our He Said, She Said group on Facebook, please. We kind of keep the conversations going there, and some of these topics actually come from the group. So I would love for you to do that. And let's see. So what John mentioned was, I believe people are a little scared, women mostly, of dating the good one.
Oh, here we go with that again. We want the good men. Men, don't feed into that lie. We want to date the good guy. I think a lot of people get it twisted. You just may not be our preference. And Yatu just said he ran against great women, and a lot of my Facebook watchers are saying, why didn't you stay with old girl too? However,
we want to know.
we
that.
come
That's
across
later.
good men that, you know, we think are going to be someone's excellent husband or excellent man, boo, whatever. He's just may not be our preference. So you can't get our preferences twisted with cutting off the fact that nobody. Yeah, I think I've said that before. We like the day guy. I may not find you attractive, whether emotionally, physically, socially, and we may not work, but that doesn't mean that I don't want a good guy. Like, kick rocks with that.
I think guys
idea.
are saying that because some women enjoy a bad boy here and there, and
As do
apparently,
men. As do men.
absolutely,
Crazy gets the man. Crazy locks the man.
No, not crazy. Bad and crazy
Locks them in.
is two different things. But okay, so both sexes
Maybe like
enjoy a little bad girl, a little bad boy, and so sometimes
Thank you.
guys run. They run into that one time and they're affected by it.
Their feelings get hurt.
And especially when people are young, it's like you get burned by that one time, and now you're looking down the road, and every woman who doesn't feel like she wants to take it any further with you feel like that's what's going on. That's an internal thing. It has happened, so I'm not going to totally dismiss it, and it does happen. But I don't think that's the overall thing. Like Nemia said, women are looking for a good man, but the one that's for them, not just any guy whose desire is to be good to her. It has to be a fit too, because there's some things that have nothing to do with your efforts, personality, character, dreams, ambitions, goals, things of that nature. And if those don't jive, it doesn't matter how good you are.
That's my phrase. A good woman is not necessarily a good woman for you. Like, just because they're good doesn't mean that's for you. And like, I don't even know why he's not with old girl, or why he didn't talk to old girl. But I'll say, like, I had the same situation. Like, you're gonna be a great wife one day for somebody, but the way that you are set up is just not. That's not what I like. Like, you want to be around, like, close and all that. Like, that's just not who I am. Like, I'm not a touchy-feely person. You can be the perfect woman and then have 2 or 3 things that on my deal breaker list, and I'm like, I mean, you still good.
I think that brings up the biggest point, or answers that question. Well, I believe people are scared of dating the good one. No, you're just not the good one for them. I mean,
you can accept that. You
can accept that. It's okay.
Dating is a trial and error. I mean, some things will stick. You'll create lifelong friends. You may create a lifelong partner, but not everybody you go out on a date with is meant to be the one.
Oh my God.
So with that being said, I do think that women maybe need to, the first time some guy says, if that's not for them, would you buy me something? Goodbye. No more talk, no more questions asked. This date is over. I'm done talking to you. That's the deal breaker for me, and I see you later. And don't entertain the conversation. I don't even know if I've heard that conversation last that long.
Why are we talking about this?
Right.
If you know it, don't work for you.
You need material for the radio show. So sometimes
the matter is, it's happening, and it's happening a lot more than a lot of people think. When the girls are talking, we're not always bashing the guys. We're swapping dating stories, and more often than not, this same theme is coming up about men feeling like they need to be pursued. I told you guys, I had a guy ask me to buy him a short set. And I say a short set, but he really wanted me to buy him an outfit, and went on to say that, like a 2-piece warm up.
Like Romy Rome?
Right.
We're making fun of like the short. I keep calling it a short set because he really did ask for an outfit. But the fact of the matter is, I did revisit that conversation because I really wanted to know what was his whole premise behind it. Did I give off something? I like a little feedback in my dating. And so when I talked to him, it was a heated conversation initially. And so I finally got out of him that he felt like he was the prize. And so because I didn't do it, another woman, I guess, came up and bought him an outfit, and so he was able to go out and have a good time with her. But he reassured me that, I really wanted to spend that day with you. However,
You didn't buy me.
you ain't buy me anything
Wow.
in so many words. And so he phrased it as I didn't hold him down. And so since I ain't hold him down with a short set,
Off the top.
This
You hold me down
happening?
from day one.
But you know what though? On the
happened in
flip
real
side
life.
of that, I know women who is like going out on a date on a dude, and on Monday he done shoveled her snow before she can wake up in the morning and cleared off the snow off of
Okay,
her
I don't
car.
know
So right, no.
You're setting an expectation.
I'm
sir.
just
Like,
saying. I'm just saying. I told somebody the other day that it was a young lady I went to high school with, and she was pretty okay looking, but she carried herself like she was a 10, and she stood on it no matter what. And I'm telling you, by junior, senior year, she was a 10. Everybody was rocking like she was a 10, and it wasn't really that. So to some degree, you know, we have to take a look at what ourselves when we are attracting something over and over again. You know, and it points in my life I had to do that too. Like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why does this keep coming along? And so
it's me.
Yeah, it's the self-talk sometimes. But no, ladies, any man better understand that connecting with the right woman, you can go to greater heights and make, you know, way more wonderful things happen and adventures happen if you are connected and partnered with the right woman. They say two people who have the same mindset and are passionate and dedicated can change the world. So you can definitely have a great life. That's a minimal goal.
That is a fact.
Oh, we got a caller.
We have a caller. Let's see.
Wow, this is my first time. No, we did that before.
So I want to
You
say this
are
real
listening
quick.
to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com, and we're talking about dating. And we have a caller. We're going to see what the caller. Hello, caller. You're calling in to He Said, She Said with Wanda B. We're talking about dating. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Jarvis Freeman. I'm calling from Chicago, Illinois.
What's up, Jarvis?
Hey, Jarvis. Now this call is going to be quite interesting.
Okay, Jarvis, we want to hear what you have to say on this topic. Are you the prize? What do you have to say here?
Well, this conversation has happened before, and it's not that I'm the prize. It's what's happening is, you know, Black Girl Magazine is coming back and giving Black women their confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Black men in the same breath are starting to realize we're valuable too. Throughout history, we're not seen as valuable. Like, whatever we do, we're supposed to just like, hey, that's a Black man, give it up. Our sexuality is not valued. Whatever we do, for the most part, it's like, hey, it's not documented. We're not allowed to say like, hey, how can I say this properly without being bad?
Just say it and don't curse.
And don't hear.
Well, pretty much, as Black men, we're seeing that we're also valuable. With that Black Girl Magic movement, we're seeing like, yo, hey, we have value too. We've earned our degrees. We have contributed to society just as well. We have value. Not saying I should be pursued because I'm a traditional man, but I should be valued. So you're not wrong for not buying the short set because you shouldn't be buying him anything. But in the same breath, you should be valuing him. So maybe date number 5, you take him out. Just to show him that, hey, I see what you're doing and show some reciprocity.
Okay. That definitely is something for us to think about. Is that what men are looking for today? Thank you for calling, Jarvis. We're going to talk about that for a minute. We appreciate you calling in. If anyone else wants to call in, you can do that, 708-223-8953. So what Jarvis says is men do feel they have value now. It's not all just courting you. They want some reciprocity here, and they want to be valued. So I don't know how I'm supposed to show a man value. So I'm going to have to ask my he's here who represent the intellectual men on IntellectualRadio.com today to tell me, how would that look to you? What am I supposed to do?
I'll chime in. Every problem in the world is probably due to displaced aggression. And so Black men are feeling unvalued in many other areas of their lives. My son is in the studio. I had to go through the courts to be able to be in his life, and the judge and the attorney that was assigned to him and everybody was involved did not value my role as a father in his life, that they were playing tons and tons of games with that. I am a citizen. I have a college degree. I'm corporate America. I'm a senior vice president of a company. The police at times treat me like I got to earrings and a bunch of tattoos, and like I have a gang sheet on my sleeve. And so these are things that have nothing to do with Black women that some Black men are carrying around and displacing on women. And then there is a movement of women who feel like they are the prize solely, and that men need to jump through as many hoops as they can to be with those women, and all they have to do is look pretty and maybe have some good conversation. And so that contributes to the problem as well. But that's really a self healing thing, and certainly no man who's asking you to buy him a short set from the start should see a fifth date, much less get the short set. And it's not because you not making him feel valued, and that short set ain't gonna make him feel valued. It's gonna make him make being a player and a pimp feel more valuable to him, his pimping skills. But that's not real. I never want to speak for all men, but for all men, that's not real.
Right. You know what? We're listening to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. Some of my Facebook viewers. Hello, Brandy Love. Love linked on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. I appreciate you watching, Brandy. And so people are still commenting on this. Brandy said, come on now, why should I buy a man? I mean, is that where it's come to, that to show you value, I need to buy the fifth date, be buying you things so you know I like you and I value having a man in my life, that now by the fifth date I'm buying things?
Here's the thing. I think a lot of both men and women get value twisted with translating into material, tangible things. I can value you. I consider my time to be quite precious. So spending time with you is a huge factor for me. That means that I'm not involved in something I've committed to, or even just having downtime to myself, that I'm allowing you into my space, and I take it that you're allowing me into your space. And so when we think of things of impressions or pursuing, we automatically go to tangible items where you have untangible gestures. I'm like Inyatu, I'll take a great experience over anything you can put in a box and gift up to me. If we've had a great time together, that's far more valuable to me than anything that you can go to Macy's or anything else to buy. But a lot of people need to see that just because you're single, you shouldn't be in the dating realm. And women are taught this all the time. All the self-help, everything is geared towards, woman, how to make yourself available, or how to treat the men in your lives right, where the unfortunate thing is we don't see the same thing being fed into our men. And so you have on the one hand this self-help, self-seeking, higher power woman who's gone through all of this soul searching, and then she's meeting men that aren't on the same wavelength. And so I say that if you feel that you're not in, just because you're single, you don't automatically means that you should be dating. And that goes for men and women. If you have some past hurts, if you run across women that have made you bitter, some bad seeds, your baby mama tripping, your mama is crazy too, and so you think all women that are of the female persuasion is a nut, then maybe you shouldn't be dating. Maybe you should be going over to what's the healing place that you guys talked about?
Journey to Wholeness.
Journey to Wholeness.
501 New England in Oak Lawn, 708-634-3664. If you want
Kimberly
to get some
Daniels,
little extra,
right?
Absolutely.
If you need a little bit of extra help getting over that past person or something,
before you drag somebody else into your mess.
Thank you. I love the shameless plug.
Part of that is, like, for me, when I date, like, I don't go into, number one, people aren't even having conversations before they go on a date, which is amazing to me. Like, you've never even talked to this person at all. You get to date one and you hearing some stuff that's like, you could have alleviated not even going on this date by having some conversations first. In addition, like, my first dates are real, like, I'm going to put a whole lot of stuff on the table just so you don't waste your time and I don't waste my time. I'm going to start there.
Give me what that looks like.
Give me 1 second. Let me say this first. I'm gonna tell you. But my first date, I don't go into it dating someone saying this could be someone potentially to be with. I go into it saying this potentially could be my friend. So I'm gonna go into it as we gonna go out socially on a date. We can talk about relationship stuff. We can talk about other stuff. But you might end up my friend and not somebody I'm with. So why am I starting off saying, hey, this could be somebody for me when I don't even know you well enough to know if you could be somebody for me? But if I go into it with this could be somebody that I'm gonna be with, then my expectations change. Actually, what type of conversations I have change. Like I want my conversations to be general conversations. If you're my friend, you still need to know this stuff about me. So like my dates, I'm gonna tell you, like, number one, my biggest turn off in a woman is a bad attitude. A bad attitude clearly is not defined by anybody specific. What she considers a bad attitude might not be what I consider a bad attitude. So I give you some examples if you really want to know what I think a bad attitude is. And I'll tell you, like, I don't like talking on the phone. I enjoy texting. Like those kind of things, those apply to friends as well as people that you're interested in romantically. If you put that stuff on the table in the beginning, you don't have to have 5 dates before you figure out this man wants a short set. You can find out he wants a short set in your first conversation. Like,
I didn't know he wanted a short set until we were leading up to date 2.
But this
Do
is
you
what
think
I'm
we
saying.
miss clues though sometimes that
Everybody
maybe
misses clues.
Yes,
Everybody misses clues.
that they say
However, people can feed you a dream. And so if you lay out everything you want, if a person is remotely smart, I can conform into whatever it is you said
That's why I
that you
don't do
did.
that.
Until you get
I
what you
agree. I
want.
don't do what he
So
does. Because
I
people
give
will
you my
pretend.
actions. Absolutely. I look for what you do. I'll give you vague kind of ideas of what my to-dos and don'ts are. What do you like in a man? A good man, honest.
Right.
And that's all. So what's a
Right.
good man? You know?
Right.
And I do think that is true, in my opinion. I think there are people that if they hear what you like, they're going to be what you like. You like sports? Oh, I love sports. I watch basketball every week. Me
And she watching football talking about
Derrick
yes for the free throw.
And eventually the truth is gonna come out.
It
And I
does.
can say, and
It does.
this is my
That's
thing.
true.
I'm gonna tell you on day one, I don't give a game. Like when I get to that point and I say, hey, I told you this on date 1, I like to be able to go back and say, you remember when I told you this? Now, if I've never told somebody I don't like this, I can't just cut you off and be like, I don't want to mess with you no more because you did this. Well, how do I know that was a problem? Well, you already know that's who you are.
And you got to
If that's
text.
who you
You
are.
got to document.
I
It
got to
wasn't a
document.
phone
It's on the
conversation.
phone,
That's the
right?
one good thing. It's a lot of
screenshot
misinterpretation with text, but the proof is there. It's in black and
That ain't
white.
what I meant, though.
Said. That
That's not
ain't
what
what
I
I
meant.
meant.
But that's me, and that's not like they don't date like that. I wanted to put it on the table so ain't no questions later on. I've had too many situations where someone was led on because I didn't put things on the table. I didn't lead you on. I'm going to tell you right now. But I understand from another point of view, hey, somebody can conform to that, but eventually they're going to turn into themselves.
And not that I don't put all my expectations out. I put it out there, but and Wanda always teases me about the question that I give the guy about what would your ex tell me about you? Little vague things where I'm getting low key what you perceive yourself to be through your own eyes as you think your ex thought too. So I'm not asking direct or saying direct things, but I'm being very transparent in some items too. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to say that I totally don't put some things out there that are my non-negotiables or what I'm looking for. But then some things I know to be vague about because someone, a charismatic brother pick that up and say, oh, this is what she want.
Well, different people have different love languages. I will say that some people, that's how they grew up, being shown love was a short set. And he's just running with it right now. He's still wrong, but he might just be running with it right now. I think people should take the love language test online, screenshot it, and share it early on. An old post of mine popped up yesterday, and it was Jada Pinkett saying that sometimes when someone tells us they love us, we assume that they actually know how to love us. That means they have an intense feeling towards us, but do they know what to do with those feelings to convey that love to us? And sometimes you have to teach that person how to deal with you. And so I think the love language test is a great way of not saying what you expect, but giving them some type of outline as to what to do. Because there's some people you could be spending a ton of money on them and they looking at you like,
let me
they hate
chime
that.
in here with some people from Facebook and what they're saying. And I think I'm going to do a few buzz outs. Bzz. That's gonna be my new theme this year. Wanda B, y'all get it? You get it? I'm a little bit of a nerd, so that's gonna come out. Derek Harris, hello. I see my ex would say the stuff an ex would say. Chris Hammer, hello. Thank you all for chiming in. Salim Elmoso, one of my sponsors. Appreciate you looking. Hi, John Russo, Keenan White. Who is also one of the he said, she said, always chiming in. Love your opinions. Toussaint Warner said, and I think I agree with this, if in my realm of dating, is always throwing out expectations. Why don't we let go of expectations and just start being open to the experiences? When we have the organic conversations, we will hear everything. I don't know if we necessarily have to say, I'm expecting this, I expect this, I expect this, I expect this, because I want to know what you organically would say and do, and it'll tell me everything. I don't know if I ask that question, I'm going to get a proper answer. And I think people organically tell you exactly who they are. I haven't met that I don't find that out in one conversation with somebody, that he's a nutcase. Bye. I mean, that if you just have an organic conversation, that you don't need to lay out so many expectations, to be open to that experience, and it'll tell you everything. What do you think about that, you all?
Powerful comment, Toussaint. I know him personally, very intelligent, well-spoken brother. Great point. Something I agree with totally, that a lot of women set themselves up for failure by throwing expectations out right from the start, thinking that they're sorting, but really just giving the men who want to fool you all the information they need to fool you. And so I agree with KP said about having a conversation with somebody before you go out with them. I'm never, if we plan to go out and then I don't squeeze a conversation in before, I'm going to push it back. Because like he said, you can not waste a lot of time just by doing that. Somebody also said that your hat looks so cute, and I agree with that person. So I'm gonna shout out that. I don't want to
Her hat is cute.
But that hat does look great on you. But back to what he was saying, yeah, there are ways to feel people out without telling them everything. People want to know what people's favorite restaurant, favorite color is. Those aren't the questions I ask. What do you dream about? Like, if you could have it exactly how you want it to be right now in your life, what would that look like? You know, this is how I find out who you are, not about trying to fit in with my puzzle or what you think I like. Women ask me that all the time. What are you looking for? And I'm already happy. So the person I'm with just can't kill the happiness that I already possess. Don't
competing with my comfort.
Don't be a fire extinguisher for the excitement and the happiness that I already have going on, and we're gonna get along great. But other than that, I don't have expectations of where it's gonna go. I don't have a preconceived notion. Yes, I'm ready to be married, or yes, I'm ready to be in a relationship. Yes, I'm ready to get to know you and see how compatible we are. That's what
I will tell somebody in a minute, I want to be married one day. Like, I can say that right here. That don't mean I want to get married tomorrow, but I want to be married one day. And I feel like some women make a mistake by saying things like, oh, I don't want no relationship. That man is going to keep you in that I don't want a relationship box until y'all have a whole talk about not being in that box. And he's going to be like, but you told me in the beginning. So you can say, as a woman, you can say, eventually I do want to be in a relationship. That might not be you. It might not be a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, but I do want to be with somebody one day. If you say it like that, you're not scaring anybody off. And if you're scaring somebody off by telling them you want to be in a relationship one day, he's not for you anyway. Easy.
I think women are, I don't want to say we're tired of the game. We are tired of the game.
Yes, you are. Frustrated by
we are frustrated by the game, but we do enjoy the moments. And so we go out with intentions of enjoying the moments, but there is a point in time where there are some things I just want to be completely direct about. Whether you give the right answer, the perceived right answer, or the perceived wrong answer, I want to hear your perspective of it. Not to surmise who you are, but that along with your actions that led up to us having the date, during the date, will all help me to say whether or not it's worth my time and energy to say, hey, let's go out again, or no, maybe we can just remain friends.
I think one thing KP mentioned, and I do think it may have some validity, is not even going on the date in the beginning. I mean, if you hear something that kind of triggers something, that probably will lead to a little bit more of what you don't want to hear. So is that person really worthy of even dating at all, the first date? I mean, some people, if we lessen the dates, maybe we'd have less experience negative experiences on dates. I'm not saying any of us in particular, but
there's a group of women who like free dinners.
I'm not one of them.
I'm not speaking about me here. I know.
I'm not saying I wasn't saying anybody specific. I just want to acknowledge that there's a group and a movement of people who are like,
I know
both men and women now.
Yeah, that compartmentalize, that are able to, like, will go out and not try to talk about much at all. Just enjoy this dinner and not ruin it by trying to have a conversation with this dude like it's going somewhere, when really I already know it's not going somewhere. But that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy
the dinner.
The
funny thing, though, about the difference between men and women, men say, hey, the woman wants the dinner out, but then I hear a lot, hey, why don't I come over? I'll bring a bottle, and won't you cook me dinner? So y'all want the dinners too. They're out there.
Scared to eat your cooking if I don't know nothing
you
about
are a small fraction of the guys, and it's really not about the dinner. It's about being in an intimate, closed space.
But then not tell you what they're.
I'm not saying I'm going. I'm just saying that's
you
what's
have a conversation
out there. Those get nipped right away in the butt.
And as they should. And then they learn, hey, maybe I should not lead with, let me come to your house in the beginning.
Right. They're out there.
And if you say that, though, to me, can I come to your house? You're not dateable to me.
You're not dateable.
That's it.
We can't date at the movies, and we can't date at my house.
No, I want to say I got invited. No, I didn't. I'm not telling anybody.
Netflix and
but
chill.
A young lady invited me to have dinner at her house at the second date or whatever. No, she's like a chef on the side, like for real. So yes.
Okay, that's different.
And it wasn't. She didn't seduce me or anything like that. We had good conversation in her house, and then just like it would have went if we had gone out, peck at the door. And
there's a lot of men out here using the chef line.
Keep it moving.
There are in-home chefs.
Well, I can't, but I don't. That's my son. I can really cook, but I ain't got time for that. I like to slow cook and take all day. So we eat out every day, but I can butter. I will hurt your feelings with how good I can cook. But people just have to stop taking the experiences to the next experience. That when I meet someone new, my entire goal is not to have the same experience over again. So I'm not trying to bring that into it again. I'm not even going to do the exact same thing that I did last time. I think God made us all different for a reason. And if you allow it, different people will bring different things out of you. If you just let it happen organically and let things happen naturally. But we're all fearful. Everybody's had their heart broke. Everybody's had their time wasted. And so we want to, hopefully we can ask the right questions right away and line things up and keep things in a lane where we feel safe and are in this comfort zone where, for the most part, we can't be hurt. And that's a huge mistake, that you can't stop having life experiences. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. Everybody on earth has had their heart broke. God is not punishing you. That's just a part of the process of life. Everybody has had a bad day. I remember being on a date 10 years ago, and I had to go to the bathroom and talk myself out of leaving this woman in the movie theater. I mean, like, she had just had a bad experience with her husband, threw her out, and she was wearing her daughter's clothes, and he took all the money, and she just was
she had no business being out.
She shouldn't have been on the date.
She had no business
please
being
before
out.
you go on date.
But I was in the bathroom looking in the mirror like, I'm the only Yacht in Chicago. She will tell people. They'll know. I have to suffer.
We will know it was you.
This movie.
We will know.
I can't even say, come on, let's go. It's an emergency. I have to suffer through this whole movie. And she tortured me with everything that had happened before.
Oh no!
The whole movie. Everybody's having a bad day. It's just a learning experience.
I got a question for you two she's. Do you believe that the majority of women know that they are ready to date or not ready to date? Do you think women know this, or do you think women are just like, hey, I'm ready?
I don't believe women know that they are ready or not. I really do. I feel there are a lot of wounded women and men. We know this goes both ways.
And
so I'm only speaking to women at this point, and I know this goes both ways. But at this moment, there are, I won't say a lot. I don't know if there's a lot, but at the same time, we do need to heal sometimes. We need to, or self-evaluate, know what we want before we're out there saying, really have a happiness. Come to dating thing whole. Know what you like, what you like about yourself. You've healed the past relationship. You're not trying to make the new person pay for what anyone else did to you. You're so untrusting that now you're doing all these things to make sure you're not what I'm used to. All of that has to be worked out. So now I'm open to new experiences. I'm excited to meet somebody. I'm not dreading dating, because if you go through saying, oh, I hate dating, what do you bring to the table on the next date? But, oh, I hate dating, and here it goes again. I do think there are women like that. What do you think?
But I do think that there is a good sector of women that have done the work, who are emotionally available to date. So it's a 50-50 chance. Do I think the majority of them? I think after a certain age, yes. And my parameter for that age bracket is right at about 32, 33. Women have gone through enough to understand their emotions, to understand who they are. And it's subjective. You can't apply that to the whole, but a question like that, if you're gonna make it apply to the whole, I think there are women out there who are emotionally available to date. They've done the work, they've done the evaluation. And same thing can be said for men. Like we were just saying, there are a lot of men out here that should not be dating.
Give me the age on men.
I can't, because I'm not a man. It's
28 to 48. What joke?
Wait, ready to date?
Yeah. You just gave me 32, 33 for women, which I feel is kind of low.
That is low. But I'm going to have to cut us off. I'm sorry. We're running out of time, you all. I love this conversation. We're going to have to do it again. You are listening to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. I know you guys have a few things coming up. I want KP to talk about something we have coming up. And my what we have coming up January 18th. What do we got going on,
January
KP?
18th, room 183, 4167 183rd Street. We are doing our adult conversation. We're doing our He Said, She Said live at room 183 Sports Lounge. It starts at 7. We open the doors
board
at 7.
games.
Board games we're doing, spades, Uno. I did not know Uno was that
Uno
competitive.
is competitive.
Rough on the Uno.
Jenga got serious at Christmas at my house.
Yeah, we got game night and adult conversation night at room 183.
I'm going to put that
January 18th.
January 18th at room 183.
And there's a mother love. If you don't come for anything else, come to hear mother love. When she gets off work, she comes over and she takes over the microphone.
When she's not playing the game.
I missed that. I got to get there.
We have a good time. Thank you, everybody who's commented. I appreciate you. I want you to go get your runway red. Please do it. Morte Cosmetics. Check out Omen Home Improvement. If you're cold, I want you to get your windows fixed, 773-238-1829. I want you to check out Just Me Magazine. Great magazine, conscious community magazine, too. Want you to pick that up. And Journey to Wholeness Center. If you want to get whole, please check them out. They have workshops, everything to help your mind, your body, and your spirit. Check them out at journeytowholeness.org. And I appreciate you so much. I tried to get to all the comments. Derek Harris, Keenan White, all you guys, I appreciate you. Toussaint Warner, thank you. You come on the show. Sharon Baker, hi, John Bond. Thank you all. I love you so much. See you next week. Same place, same time, 2 o'clock. He said. Wanda B.
I should have called the warning. But I took a taste. Like candy rain, running rivers through the summer snow. You keep me safe.